I'm Jess Sargus, high-performance speaker, certified mental performance mastery coach, and your guide to mastering your mental game. I went from Ivy League trained attorney to undefeated MMA fighter and back again. Now I help high achievers in any field live with fierce agency, deep alignment, and the power to win consistently when it matters most. You can do it all when you train your mindset, energy, and focus like elite athletes. That's why this is the Legal Athlete Podcast, where each week I use neuroscience, performance psychology, and real-world battle-tested strategies to help you unlock sustainable excellence, bold decisions, and the courage to show up each day as the badass you are. Green light. Let's go. Hey friends, welcome back to the Legal Athlete Podcast, where we train your brain, body, and spirit for high performance with integrity, energy, and purpose. I'm your host, Jess Sargus, and today we're digging into one of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make if you want to sustain motivation, deepen satisfaction, and unlock long-term success. It's the difference between scarcity and abundance, between fixed and growth mindset, and why this isn't fluff or woo-woo toxic positivity, but a neuroscience-backed strategy to help you show up fully and perform at your best under pressure. So let's break it down. We're going to start with the basics. A fixed mindset is a term that was coined by Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck. With this fixed mindset, you believe that your abilities, your intelligence, your talent, even your potential are set in stone. You either have it or you don't. But in contrast, a growth mindset believes that we can develop our abilities through effort, feedback, strategy, and time. It's not about being the best automatically. It's about getting better, and anyone can do it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Mindset doesn't stop there with that fixed or growth mindset dichotomy. There's another related lens that powerfully affects how we show up in our work, relationships, community, and leadership. That's scarcity versus abundance. A scarcity mindset is popularized by researchers like Sendil Mullainathan and Eldar Shafir. And it's not just about resources, it's about perception. When we believe there's not enough time, not enough money, not enough opportunity, or not enough of us to go around, we get tunnel vision. We focus on the urgent, the short term, and the threat. Abundance mindset, however, doesn't mean pretending life is easy or automatic. It means believing that there's possibility ahead, that effort is worth it, progress is real, and that there's more where that came from, even if today is hard. So what's happening in your brain when these mindsets take over? When you're operating from a scarcity mindset, your brain's cognitive bandwidth gets squeezed. Your executive function, things like planning, creativity, and problem solving, all take a hit. You're more reactive and less strategic. This has been shown in behavioral science studies across both time and financial scarcity. But in a growth and abundance mindset, your brain actually prepares for reward. When you believe that your actions can lead to meaningful improvement, your brain releases dopamine, not as a reward after you succeed, but as a motivator when you expect success is possible. That anticipation fuels energy, focus, and resilience for the task ahead. And the more you act on that belief, showing up, doing the work, and staying in the game, the more that motivation loop strengthens. You're literally wiring your brain for higher performance and success. So let's go a little bit deeper on performance and commitment. A fixed mindset makes you avoid challenges because failure feels like proof you're not good enough and never will be. A scarcity mindset keeps you playing defense, hoarding time, ideas, or opportunities out of fear they'll run out. You're playing not to lose instead of playing to win. But a growth mindset embraces effort. It sees setbacks as data, not doom, not destiny. And an abundance mindset invites risk and collaboration and long-term investment. You're not just trying to win the case or hit the number. You're trying to grow the entire system. Athletes with growth mindsets train harder after failure, and high-performing leaders with abundance mindsets are more likely to coach others, share credit, and create cultures where innovation can thrive. Why? Because everyone believes that there is room to grow, and they believe that there's enough success to go around. So here's the wild part. Adopting this mindset doesn't just help you perform better, it actually makes success more satisfying. People who orient towards growth and abundance report higher levels of purpose, engagement, and fulfillment. Why? Because their self-worth isn't dependent on the outcomes alone. It is rooted in alignment, intention, and the process. But overall, it's rooted in the belief that what they're doing matters. This is backed up by Barbara Fredrickson's broaden and build theory of positive emotions. When you operate from hope, gratitude, and curiosity, your brain becomes more flexible, more open, more capable of building long-term psychological resources like resilience and connection. And here's the paradox. When you stop hustling from fear and start working from purpose and possibility, you often perform better, with less burnout and more joy. So what can you do right now to cultivate your own growth and abundance mindset? Here are 3 science-backed strategies you can start using today. First, reframe failure as feedback. Every mistake is a message. Instead of telling yourself, I blew it, try, what is this teaching me about how I need to try next? This activates your prefrontal cortex and helps regulate your emotional response. Number 2, practice gratitude for effort, not just results. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Gratitude expands your perception of resources and progress. It tells your brain there is more here than meets the eye, and it helps to invoke that progress principle that is so critical and powerful for maintaining motivation and commitment. And finally, add the word yet to your vocabulary. If you say, I haven't figured this out, it's I haven't figured this out yet. That simple word turns what might be a wall into a door. Carol Dweck calls this the power of yet, that it shifts your brain from shut down to possibility. And a bonus tip, surround yourself with people who model this mindset. The beliefs of those around you shape your own more than you think. So make sure that your crowd, that your crew, that the ones closest to you are with you on this mission. So the next time your brain starts whispering, there's not enough, or you're not enough, or we might lose, just pause, take a breath, and remember, you can grow. There is more, and you are capable of creating it. That's what we train for here. Fierce agency, mental toughness, and sustainable success. Stop playing not to lose and start giving yourself the freedom to learn from the process with the confidence that that's how you grow. And success is inevitable for all of us if we never give up. That's how you play to win. If this episode resonated with you, connect with me at thelegalathlete.com and add me to your personal abundance mindset crew. Until next time, remember, there's more where that came from. Green light. Let's go. And hey, one more reminder. If this episode lit a fire in you, there is more badassery where that came from. Because let's be real, an abundance of bold, brilliant women trial lawyers is exactly what this profession and this country needs right now. So if you're ready to recharge, reconnect, and rise even higher, join me and the incredible Bettina Altizer at the Society of Women Trial Lawyers Conference happening this September 10th through 13th in beautiful Destin, Florida. Bettina and I are co-leading a powerful workshop on building badass lawyers from the inside out, combining mindset, performance, and the kind of fierce leadership that moves the needle in and out of the courtroom. There's going to be trial techniques. There's going to be mindset practice. There's going to be movement and biohacking. And you're going to come away with not only tools that you have started practicing during the workshop, but actually your own package of the tools that you can take that movement, take that biohacking, and take that mindset with you as you continue to practice. It's not just any conference, it's a movement. And it's not a retreat, it's your advance. Spaces are limited and they are filling fast. Also, the room block with the special pricing closes next month. So head to swtl.org/2025-retreat. I'll put the link in the show notes and grab your spot now while we still have some. Let's go, Legal Athlete fam. We are just getting started. I can't wait to see you there in person. That's a wrap. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Legal Athlete Podcast. If today's episode fired you up or gave you something to train with, hit follow, leave a review, and share it with a fellow high achiever who's ready to raise their game. Want to bring this energy to your team, firm, or event? Or are you ready to train for your next high-stakes moment with me directly? Click the link in the show notes to connect. I'm Jess Sargus, and I coach the bold. Lawyers, leaders, and anyone ready to lead their life with fierce agency. Green light. Let's go.